What's going on, Spence? How you doing? That's a mighty fine carpenter pencil you got there. I saw that. Thanks for tagging me in that. That was pretty sweet. Oh. What's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. You guys like my tea? Got my very bright pink MF Wood Butcher. Let me go down camera a little bit so you guys can get a little bit of a look at it. Pretty slick, right? Buck, how you doing? What's going on? All right, Buck's got his guess in. Things look kind of messy in right here right now. We just delivered a piece. We actually just got back from delivering a bench that has a couple of doggy storage areas. So this is kind of cool. I didn't take any photos. I just chose to let the customer take some photos once they have their area staged and looking pretty, so I didn't want to put them on the spot for photos. So, hey Ben, oh, you got your shirt nice. What's going on? Yeah, for anybody that is not entered in the April month-long giveaway, you still have a chance. You can still go to YouTube, go to my channel on YouTube, and rewatch last week's live show. Like I said, you have to enter all 4 weeks. There is a hashtag every week that you have to go and comment on a post to get entered. That's the only way you can get entered. You can earn additional entries, but the only way you can get the basic entry is to do that. So this is kind of my chaotic shop. This is what the shop looks like for me when something finally goes out the door. I have all kinds of tools everywhere. Everything's in disarray. That is just the way that I work. I don't put things away after I'm done with them. I usually keep them handy out here on the bench working with them. So that's how it's messy shop Tuesday. That's what I'll call it. So, but yeah, I had a lot of stuff, a lot of tools out for this one. I had the cordless nailer, obviously my drill driver, my belt sander, a lot of other tools, clamps up the wazoo. A few of them I already put back on the rack. So hey Ron, how you doing? So like I said, to get entered, you have to comment on the post, the recap post, with the unique hashtag on the recap post for the week. You have to do that 4 times in the month of April, and then you get entered into the giveaway drawing. So that's the only way you can get entered. Extra entry opportunities. Right now there is one for doing a story and tagging Slumberyard Handcrafted. You can do a story and say, do a live about this, that sort of thing. So, anybody got anything cool going on in the shop right now? What are you guys working on? I'm going to show you guys something kind of cool. This I've been using a lot lately. Alma made this for me, Pink Soul Studios. And I actually have been using a lot. And I like it a lot for this handle. Obviously, it's a push stick. It's got a little heel. As a push stick, this is really, really, really handy. Keeps my fingers up and out of the way. I don't use it like this because I feel like I'm a little too close. But up here, this is a nice grip. It gives me some downwards force. Takes everything right through the table saw. So you can see a little bit right here of my setup that I have going on. This old hand-me-down ancient workbench. It's not at the same level as my table saw. It's lower, but I actually do shim the top up a little bit, and then I have kind of a nice outfeed table. So this is kind of me trying to feel out for my shop what works the best. This is not a good setup for large pieces. Smaller pieces, like boxes, frames, things like that. This actually works really well because right here, I have it moved off to the side right now, is at the end of this side is my planer. So it's nice because it can, I can get long lengths of boards running in and out of here. So it's actually pretty handy this way. And the TV is right here. So when I'm down here at the table saw, I can just watch the TV the whole time. So that's kind of handy. But this is me trying to feel out my shop space and where I should put things. The Laguna bandsaw is against the wall with a spine against the wall. Dust. Oh my god, can you guys see how much dust there is everywhere? There's dust everywhere here. I need to actually make a solid effort in getting dust collection in my shop because it has become a real issue. My vacuum will not keep up, so I need to get something. I'm thinking something in the 1 horsepower range. I would like a wall mounted, so if anybody has suggestions on dust collection, I would like a wall mounted dust collection system because I don't have room for more footprint. Whoa. I don't have more room for more footprint around here, so something that hangs on the wall is probably going to be the way to go. Probably in the 1 horsepower range would probably be enough for my small garage. I don't plan on hard piping it into the wall or anything like that. Along the wall, it's going to have just flexible hosing to a few pieces that I have. Yeah, it's haunted. Am I haunted? Just pieces everywhere. Like this. Does anyone else work like this? Does anyone else's shop look like this after they deliver a piece? Because that's how mine is. It's just everything is just thrown everywhere at the end. And then usually on Tuesday nights after my live show, I will clean up everything, put everything away, and kind of reset myself for the week. But my weekends, because I am just a part-timer, weekends are kind of my busy time. I get a lot done on the weekends. So the weekdays I just try to, do small chunks at the end of the night, get little things done. So, yeah, no one's looked like this. I must be, out of the norm here. Let's see here. Oh, one thing I did want to show you guys is, I haven't got to use this yet, but I'm going to get this done. Hey, what's going on? I'm going to give this a shot now that I got that piece delivered. This little bottom cleaning, I'm going to use this for slab flattening. I'm going to hook it up to my 2 horsepower rigid router on my router sled and see how much less time it takes using that compared to my 3/4. What tool is that next to your remote? This one? This one? If this is the one you're talking about, it's the rigid USB charger, which is super, super handy. Takes any of your rigid batteries and makes it into a USB. Next to the remote, is it this one? That is my handy and very trusted Milescraft Exactor. I like this a lot. This is a really, really, really handy tool. It's very similar to the Kreg Multimark, if you're familiar with that tool. There is a very big difference between the Kreg Multimark and this tool, and that is in the Kreg tool, Multimark, when you go 90 degrees, there's actually an offset, so you don't get a true inside 90 when you're trying to line something up. Not saying this is 100% the best thing to use, but if you were using it, when using the Kreg Multimark, you could not do that. Chris Parker was actually the one that showed me that that difference between the Kreg and the Milescraft one is you can get the true 90 inside, whereas the Kreg one, it does not. It is very, very, very handy. You can make several different adjustments with this thing. Does have bubble levels. I know it's kind of small, but does give you, it has a set angle there. Yeah, if you take the Craig one and you put it in this orientation, this fashion, there's actually a step right here that the molding of this piece is actually higher than the ruler. So it kind of looks like maybe like that. So you can't get the true 90 inside 90. This one you can do that. So that's kind of a cool difference. I use this one a lot. I use this tool a lot. Anytime I'm trying to space something out, even sometimes when I'm setting, like I'm going to cut tenons or something on the bandsaw, or making some changes to the table saw fence, I will use this and kind of guide myself. It does have millimeter markings. Hey, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. It does have millimeter markings, as well as everyone's inch markings. But yeah, it's nice. You can just lock it down. Like, let's say I want to be on a project and draw a 2-inch line. You can just set it down at 2, draw your line, run it all the way down. Very handy little tool. I like it a lot. Let's see, anything else? Let's see. I wanted to do, I didn't get home back in time enough, but I wanted to take you guys through a kind of a step-by-step building of a picture frame or a poster frame. Is that something that would interest anyone, is going through and showing you guys how I make poster frames? I have one that I just did for a Stranger Things poster. And I have to do another one because I have another Stranger Things poster. So if you guys are curious about that, I think I'm going to try to get that done for you guys next week and just show you a really simple way. It doesn't take anything besides your table saw. Having a router makes it a lot handier, but that's it. I will show you guys something else that I'm working on. If you just bear with me for just a moment, let me go behind the camera, grab it. Hold on, please. I know a few of you have seen some of these posts and you kind of asked me questions about it. Here's my humidor in progress. You can kind of see it is walnut sides with a cherry top and bottom. Take it easy. Have a good one. Check back on the recap post for the hashtag. Make sure you're entering that in so you can get into the giveaway. Here's the humidor that I'm making. I like the size. It's a pretty good size. Basically what I did is, I'll give you kind of the quick and dirty rundown. All the corners are all mitered out. Top, bottom, everything was all mitered. Everything was all glued up together. And then I just ran it. Actually, I used my bandsaw to cut the lid off, and it went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. So, as you can kind of see, the miters there on all the corners. The lid was mitered in. The bottom was mitered. The one thing you will notice, though, when I was resawing all those dresser, some of the hardware's in here still. When I was resawing some of the dresser doors, some of the panels were attached with biscuits. So I actually have some resawed biscuits in here, which will make no matter to me, because all of this is going to get lined with some aromatic cedar. So there is going to be I'm probably not going to line the bottom because I like the cherry look, but the sides are going to get a cedar lining, and then there is going to be a small sliding tray, about yay big, that will house a few of your favorites to keep them handy. So it'll slide from over here. You can move it out of the way, slide it down here, slide it back here. So it's actually a pretty good size humidor. Let's see how tall it is. It's about 4.5 inches tall, and for length, I'm gonna need something a little bit bigger than that. All of my tape measures are probably still in my bag. So let's see. And our tape measure is. Go to the toolbox, silly. So 18 3/4 long. So it's a pretty good size for a humidor. We got the slick lid on. I don't know what to do on the inside. I don't want to stain it. I think I might just do something different. Might leave it au naturel. So I don't know. I haven't actually researched humidors a whole lot of what kind of finishes on the inside you should do. So that's something I'm going to have to get. I do have to buy the hardware, the meter, the humidifying disc and everything. So that's all stuff I got to work on. But this is actually going to be for a market that I have coming up in May. This will be for sale in that market. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. Did you guys see the hardware? I have to find the hardware now. I've put everything everywhere. The hardware for this thing are really slick. There was some really nice brass hinges, and there's 2 lion's head brass poles with little rings on them. They're really cool. You can look at my past post, see a little bit more about that. But I should have this finished in a couple weeks. I'm just gonna, work on it on my side time. So, so that's kind of my other. I got somebody else working on some pieces for me. I'm doing another collaboration with my buddy Ron. He's gonna hook me up with some table legs and some bench legs. Ron, your everything you sent me looks really good. I'll send you some info back on that, and we'll get that started. So it'll be our second collaboration together. That's a lot of fun. Got a lot of hardwoods. Actually, more hardwoods right now in the shop than I've ever had. And it's about ready to get even better or worse, depending on the way you look at it, because I have several stacks that should be coming into a really nice moisture content here pretty soon. So I'm gonna actually start bringing a few pieces into the garage, and kind of get them from outside. Start cutting them up if they're ready. But it's gonna be go time. I have a lot of ash from last year's cutting, even that I've been checking all winter long, and even just from a few days ago, and they're looking pretty good. They're doing really well. So pretty excited about that. And I'm pretty excited about being able to cut larger lumber with my Granberg up to 36 inches. That's going to be pretty sweet. So let's see. Anything else going on? Trying to think of something else. That's really it. I do have to invest in a better jigsaw. So if anybody has a jigsaw that they like, I have a really bad, doesn't work very well, off-brand jigsaw. If somebody has a cool jigsaw that they like and it's been their workhorse or something, shoot that over to me. I'm curious. I'm in the market for a jigsaw. Oh, by the way, the bandsaw has been a freaking beast lately. Electric. I've been able to. It's been so nice having a nice bandsaw in the shop that when I need it, I can just flip it on and cut whatever it is that I want. Like this cherry. Let's see. I have another. Hold on. I've got boards everywhere. Where did I put that? I resawed 10 inches of cherry on that Laguna, and it didn't even care. It didn't budge. It was phenomenal. It exceeded my expectations. That's the largest resaw that I've done so far, and for a nice hardwood too. I'm excited. Porter cable. I don't like Porter cable. Maybe I'm the only one. I had a bad experience with Porter cable cordless equipment, and I don't know. I guess I should give them another shot. That was just a one-off thing. But a lot of people like Porter cable. My grandpa used to like Porter cable. He has got he had a whole line of Porter cable nailers. He had everything Porter cable. That was a brand he liked a lot. So I have so much hardwood right now. I have walnut, Lots of walnut, oak. Let's see, what else do I have? I've got some poplar, which I'm not too excited about poplar. Lots of cherry still. Maple, I still have some hard maple. So I'm excited to actually use that stuff and work on some projects. Touch the hardwood. Touch the hardwood. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I had their 18 volt. Now, granted, it was their NiCad line. This was a while ago, but the cordless circular saw was worthless. I couldn't get a cut. It would not hold a charge. I mean, it just was a piece of junk. So I was really disappointed in that. I have since to this day not used a cordless circular saw. I've not purchased one. I've not looked at them very hard, only because I was so disappointed in that. And that's probably not too fair, because there's probably some really good products out there for cordless circular saws. And they'd be really handy in a lot of instances. I've just been so afraid because of that experience that I've not looked into it, not invested in one, you know. So I have tons of rigid batteries, so that probably makes the most sense to get theirs. You know, that's a lot of being stuck on a battery platform. Get a track saw instead. Yeah, there's some good, really good track saws out there. Not just the Festool ones. I see a lot of other ones that are liked. Like Makita's got one that's really liked. Yeah, saws needs cords, and that's the thing too. Look how small my shop is. I don't need a whole lot of cordless things. I don't go on site, you know, a whole lot. So I do it every once in a while. But most of my stuff's built in my shop or close enough. I pull it out in the driveway and I have an extension cord. So yeah, so the cordless way, you know, for drivers and stuff, definitely I want cordless. But for saws, yeah, I mean, it would be a nice feature, and I've existed up until this point without having one, so it's like, do I really need one? A track saw would be very handy though. That is on my want list. Yeah, I think I would go the Makita route for track saw. Yeah, Festool is another one. Obviously, they're very well liked. Everyone likes some Makita. But I think one of the next things I have to get, besides dust collection, besides all the other things I listed, is I do want a set of 12 volt drivers, drill drivers. It would be nice in a lot of instances when I'm doing maybe cabinet level work, not to lug around the big 18 volt monsters. So I know Milwaukee's got the new 18 volt or 12 volts out, and Bill said you said you liked those, and those take an entirely different battery, so I would be more open to getting a different manufacturer besides Rigid for those, because I'm not trying to stay on the same battery platform. So 12 volt. So I'm kind of looking at those too. But yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said, we just got back from a delivery right as I started this, so I was kind of ill prepared for what I wanted to do tonight. But what I will say is next week I'm gonna show you how I do my poster frames, and one of the woods I like doing. There's two species that I like doing frames with. One is hickory. I like hickory a lot for frames. And alder is another one. They're inexpensive. They look really nice. They take a nice stain. They machine well. As far as, I mean, the hickory, you can get a really nice character grade hickory. And it turns out really nice. It just depends on your style. Like, I kind of like the knotty hickory look. You know, it depends on what you're framing to, if somebody wants something kind of cool. But just a very simple frame, not too detailed, not shaped, you know, in any particular way, just kind of a simple frame. So I'll commit to next week. I will show you how I do it. I will assemble it. I've got glass already cut for it. I go to a store in town and get glass cut for the frames that I make. So you can get glass cut if in your town there's probably a dozen places or more that will cut glass for you. So you can look at that if you want to do frames. But yeah, that next week that's what I'm gonna do. So what do you guys want to do? Here's that part of the show. What do you guys want to do for hashtags for this week? Now remember, you have to enter all 4 to be entered for the giveaway. So if you missed last week, if you don't know what last week's hashtag was, go to the YouTube channel that we have, Slumberyard Handcrafted. I'll put the link back in to my bio and watch that, get the hashtag, and follow the steps. Put the hashtag in the recap post comment section. You'll see people doing it. Just get yourself entered. That's the only way you can get entered. You can get extra entries, but that is the only way you can get the basic entry. Additional entry is post a story, what you'd like to see in a live show, maybe a live show in the past that you thought was cool, all that kind of stuff. Just put that on your story and tag me so I can make sure that you got that done. So I think one person already did that, so they have an extra entry. I'm not going to do any repost. You don't have to repost things. I haven't even decided if I want to do follow Fridays. I don't want to force people or ask people to do follow Fridays. So I don't think I want to ask that for extra, and even just for extra entries, I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to think of other extra entry options. Maybe I'll throw it out that if you subscribe to my our YouTube channel, then you can get an extra entry, because that's pretty cool. So maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe you'll see that post. I just don't want to fill up people's feeds with administrative posts, because no one wants to keep seeing that. So as far as giveaways and stuff is concerned, I'd like other ways to get you extra entries besides reposting and stuff. You look like I'm on fire, like it's hot. Look at that, so cool. Let's see if I can you guys see it? Can you see it? Look cool. This is a lovely shade of pink, by the way. I will wear this. This is a very nice shade of pink. So you guys, what do you guys want to do for the hashtag for this week? I'll let you guys pick it. I think it's time for Bill to get his hashtag used. What do you guys think? You guys good with that? The Bill's shit. You guys want to do that? I'm going to post it here. What is it? Bill shit. Hashtag Bill shit. Is it just Bill shit? Bill's shit? Is that what it is? All right. I'm going to pin that, I think, if it lets me. Pin comment. All right, there you go. So everyone has the hashtag at the end of the show, which is coming up here pretty soon, because I don't want to go too much longer because I'm exhausted from that delivery. So at the recap post, just put that hashtag in there, and you will get your number 2 entry qualifier for the April giveaway. Now, you guys remember what the giveaway prizes were, right? Third prize is a whole lot of Slumberyard handcrafted gear. You get a hat, a t-shirt, and a hoodie from Slumberyard Handcrafted. That's third place. Second place, I believe, was a $30... Was it a $30 gift card to Home Depot? Something like that. And then I think the next one was maybe a $50 gift card to either Woodcraft or Rockler. $50 gift card to Woodcraft or Rockler. And a hip clip. I tossed one of these. I picked one of these up because I wanted to get a shirt from these guys, so I grabbed one of these because I figured I might as well. So this is also in the grand prize package. Now, I have been thinking about stepping it up and adding another prize to the grand prize pack. So, not only would you get the hip clip, I think it's a $50 gift card to Woodcraft or Rockler, your choice, but I'm thinking about throwing in a tool as well. So make sure you guys get entered, because I think I'm gonna slide in a little bit of something in there for you guys. So I've got some ideas. So a surprise prize, yeah. So I don't know, like it'd be kind of cool not to announce it, and just whoever wins, like they get that extra surprise of winning. Like, here, you're the grand prize winner. You get this thing. Oh, and also you get this. So that'd be kind of cool. So I'm thinking I might slip that in. That'd be a really cool thing. Maybe not even advertise it and just be like, all right, by the way, you also got this. So that's pretty cool. So maybe I'll just advertise it, whatever, and get the hype up. So, but that's really it. That's all I got for tonight, guys. Like I said, I just got done with the delivery today. So as soon as the customer sends me back some really nice staged photos, I will post those. I didn't want to be intrusive and, say, hey, give me some photos of this right now. So I'll let the customer send me photos at their leisure. That's a nice thing to do. Does anybody have anything else? You got the hashtag. It is pinned. So you know what to do. You guys know what to do. If you're not already entered from last week, watch the YouTube replay. It's the YouTube channel, Slumberyard Handcrafted, and catch the hashtag from the prior week and get that entry in. You have to be entered in all 4 to qualify. So if you guys don't have anything else, I think I'm all done here. I think I'm all set. I got to go clean up this messy shop. Look at that. There's stuff everywhere. It was actually nice weather out, so I pulled out the portable table into the driveway. It was kind of nice until the sun went down, so I got some stuff done. Does anybody have anything else? Because I'm going to go. I'm exhausted. Tune in next week. Next week is going to be real quick poster frame building. I'll show you what I do. Like I said, it's not shaped. It's not molded or anything. It doesn't look terribly pretty. It's just a very simple frame, but it's pretty cool. Making your own frames for your posters makes it kind of a cool thing. So I have another Stranger Things poster that I need to frame, so it's a kind of a good opportunity. I have the glass cut already, so all right, everyone, you guys have a great Tuesday. I will post a recap. Make sure you get your hashtag in there. And I'm going to throw in a tool for the grand prize. So somebody's going to get a cool tool for the grand prize. I just think you guys deserve it. You guys have been pretty awesome. You guys are always in here in the live, so you guys deserve something really cool. So I got to clean this, and then I'm all done for the night. You guys have a really good rest of your week. I'll get those photos posted once the customer sends them to me. And then I'll keep you guys updated on the humidor build and how that's going. So you guys take it easy. You guys have a great one. I will see you next week. And I can't wait to see what you guys are working on this week. So bye.